Hello, my name is Steve with Watchdog Superstore. Today we're going to learn how to program a Vista series panel. In front of me here I have a 6160 keypad. Now we strongly recommend that you use a 6160 keypad to program because it has a full alphanumeric display and makes it much easier to do. The first step you need to do is address the keypad. Within 45 seconds of power up, you would need to press and hold 1 and 3. On the screen here it says control address of 31. You want to change that to be 16 and then hit star 3 times. Now we have a busy standby D1. This is normal operation within the first minute of the alarm being powered up. It is important that you address the keypad, that way you have complete control of the system. The keypad only needs to be addressed the first time ever. After that, all you need to do is enter programming to make any programming changes. In order to enter programming, you're going to use the default installer code of 4112 plus 800, like so. Now we're in installer code 20. This is the first field of programming. It's very important that you keep your programming guide with you at all times to ensure that you're in the right places to do the right commands. The first step we're going to do is change the installer code, because the default installer code is not a good thing to have for security reasons. You're going to hit star 20 and then a 4-digit code of your choice. For example, I'm going to use 4321. The keypad beeps to confirm. Next, we're going to program in our phone numbers. These are phone numbers that you want your alarm panel to dial out. If you're being monitored, your monitoring company should supply these numbers to you along with an account number. If you're not being monitored, the system can dial out to you, except for it's going to sound like a fax machine when it calls you. In order to input a phone number, you type in star 41 and then 1 plus the area code in the phone number of your choice. And then star. Once again, you will hear a beep to confirm. After you hear a beep to confirm, it'll take you right to field 42. This is a secondary number. It's important that if you have a monitoring company, that they give you both the primary and secondary phone numbers for them to call. This is kind of like a backup number, just in case the primary number doesn't go through. If you're not using monitoring, you can skip this step, and the primary phone number can be the only phone number that the alarm will dial out to. If you need to enter an account number, you would hit star 43. Once again, this is for monitoring purposes. This is to identify who is calling the monitoring center. If you have a 4-digit account number, you would enter it here and star. And it will beep to confirm. The next step is to program your zones. We need to enter zone programming by entering star 56. And this actually takes you into the zone programming. The keypad is going to ask you to set to confirm. You can just hit star to bypass this. It will immediately take you into the zones. If you want to enter zone 1, you simply press star to enter that zone. This screen represents a brief summary of what is already programmed in a zone. It reads out like this. Zone is represented by ZN, zone 1. ZT represents a zone type. There's a 01 already programmed in. The P is for partition. We're in partition 1. A partition that is available on some of the Vista series panels will allow you to have multiple alarm systems in one panel. For instance, if you have an office separated from the rest of the building, you can protect the office on partition 2 opposed to the rest of the building, which would be on partition 1. This particular application is in a home, so there's no need for a partition, so we're going to just leave everything on partition 1. And the report code is set to 10. Now there are different zone types. The most commonly used zone types are 01 for an entry-exit door, 03 for an instant alarm, and a 04 for a motion detector. You can find a full list of zone types in your programming manual under the star 56 field programming guide. Since our first zone that I have on this particular system is going to be the front door, it's a door that's used in this household, we're going to keep it as a 01 entry-exit. What an entry-exit delay zone type does is it gives you a countdown when you enter the home to disarm the alarm before it goes off. We're going to hit start to proceed. Right now it's set up as a 01 report code. Now this is fine for most monitoring companies. If they require anything different, you must contact your monitoring company and find out if they need anything else besides a 01. Next is our hardwire type. EOL stands for end-of-the-line resistor. Now back to our wiring video, every single one of our devices has an EOL on the end of it. So we're going to leave that alone. Next is response time. It's already pre-programmed from the factory to be less than a second. The last step, it gives you another summary screen of everything you've just done. If you're satisfied with everything, you can hit star, and it'll take you to the next zone. And right here we can enter into zone 2 and repeat the process as need be. And that's the basics of zone programming with hardwired devices. Now we're going to program a wireless key fob on our hardwired system. In order to achieve this, to have any wireless devices on a hardwired system, you have to first have a wireless receiver or an RF keypad. In this case, we have a 6160 RF keypad. It has a built-in receiver capable of holding up to 16 zones. The first thing we're going to do is program this key fob. You're going to start by entering the zone programming mode by hitting star 56. Then, you're going to start at your wireless zones. Your wireless zones start on zone 9. So we're going to enter 09. And now we're in the beginning of zone 9. I'm going to hit star to continue. Right now it's saying zone disabled. We need to input a zone type. A full list of zone types can be found in your programming guide underneath the star 56 Enhanced Zone Programming section. The first button we're going to program is the on button. In order to achieve this, we're going to type in 21, which gives us a zone type of arm away. We're going to hit star to confirm. The report code is set at 01. Be sure to include a 00 in this field. Next is the input type. It's automatically set up as an RF transmitter as a type 3. This is a button type, so we need to select button 5 and then turn it over to a button RF. We're going to hit start to continue. Next is asking to put in the serial number and loop number. This can be achieved just by pressing and holding the on button for 2 seconds. It automatically learned into the system. We're going to press and hold the on button again for 2 more seconds. So all I have to do now is hit star. I'll give you a brief description of your zone. Star again. And then star a third time takes you to zone 10. Zone 10 we're going to make our disarm button. In order to do that, we have to set up our zone type as a 2-2. And 2-2 is set up as a disarm. We're going to hit star to continue. Next is our report code. Once again, we're going to make sure to include a 00 because you do not want the alarm to report every time you disarm your system with the key fob. We want to select the button type, and now we're back to inputting our serial number again. So we're going to press and hold the off button for 2 seconds. We're going to press and hold the off button again to confirm. Went ahead and beep to confirm, so we're going to hit star until we enter our next zone, which right here is zone 11. Now zone 11 we're going to set up as our stay button. Stay is a feature to arm the system in a way to where you can stay in the house. It'll arm your doors and your windows, glass breaks, but it'll bypass the motions automatically. That way you can walk around your home without setting off your own alarm. To achieve this, we're going to type in the zone type of 20. And it appears on the screen as arm stay. We're going to hit start to continue. Once again, we make the report code 00, start to continue. The input type is going to be a button type once again. So you press 5, start to continue. I'm going to press and hold the button below the on button for 2 seconds. I'm going to press and hold it again to confirm. Went ahead and beeped and confirmed. So I'm going to hit start to go to the next zone. This brings us to zone 12. You achieve this by pressing in 07 as your zone type. It shows up as a 24-hour audible. Press start. Next is the report code. We definitely want this button to report. Next is our input type. It's a button type. We're going to press 5. Start to continue again. We're going to press and hold the button below the off button. We're going to press and hold it again. It's now just been confirmed into the system. So we're going to press star 3 more times. Now we're going to program a wireless contact. What I have in my hand is a 5816. This can be used for both windows and doors. Notice on the side there are 2 raised lines. This is where a reed switch is on the inside of the 5816. This is where the placement is going to go for the magnet. When the magnet is pulled away, it opens a reed switch, sets off the alarm. First, you want to enter in your star 56 zone programming. Wireless zones begin on